Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is PD Proudlock. So I'm here for the preview for the game on Sunday between Arsenal against Newcastle United. Half-4 kickoff down at the Emirates Stadium. Newcastle came off the back of a 3-2 away win to Oxford in the FA Cup replay, fourth round replay last week. Thank God we got through. Thank you again, Alan Saint-Maximin. Definitely, yes. And Arsenal came off the back of a 0-0 away draw away to Burnley. But both teams have had a bit of a winter break by the looks of it. Well, definitely have. Arsenal having a 2-week break. Newcastle just over a week because of the FA Cup replay. So I think now this winter break has been a good opportunity for players just to try and recharge them and get them fueled up, get themselves fueled up for Sunday, particularly, and hopefully try to get some players back from injury as well. And I'm hearing that apparently Joe Linton and Mudu have both been training this week and look set to be back for the game against Arsenal. There was a bit of concern over Joe Linton after he limped off against Oxford United. But yeah, because otherwise, oh my God, I don't know if I could bear to see another big injury list so far at this football club. And Mudu's not played since the FA Cup third round, which was away to Rochdale. So yeah, we're taking on an Arsenal side who are now being managed under Mikel Arteta, and I think a lot of fans have been taking a liking to him so far. There were maybe some could have been a bit concerned about because he hasn't managed a team so far. His last job was a coach in Manchester City. But I think Arsenal fans said that would definitely be willing to give him a chance. And yeah, but there's the thing that Arsenal, they are sitting 10th in the Premier League table, and you're thinking, how has a club like them managed to be in that position in the table and not higher up the table? It's just probably majority of the season has just not gotten a plan. Pretty much the first half of the season under Unai Emery. His last game he managed for Arsenal was back at the end of November in the Europa League against Eintracht Frankfurt. Arsenal lost 2-1, and next day Emery was shown the door. Pretty much. It looks like he completely lost the dressing room with the whole team. Players weren't happy about playing in certain situations from what I heard. As well, definitely, but yeah, because maybe if Emery was still there, a lot of those players could have maybe be gone, but you never know. But Emery was the one who left, and Arteta's now come in, and it looks like he's got Arsenal playing the way that the formation that they like to play in, which is the 4-2-3-1, which is what a lot of Arsenal fans definitely like to see as well. So we are down there on Sunday. But we're not going to definitely be in for an easy game at home. I think Arsenal at home can be very good on the day, definitely. We've got to watch out for a canny lot of players. In particularly, we'll have to watch out for there's players like Alexandre Lacazette, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Nicolas Pepe, the young Gabriel Martinelli. I've been a massive fan of him, definitely. Lucas Torreira as well. And I think he does form a good centre midfielder partnership with Granit Xhaka as well. So then that was a player whose future was definitely in doubt when Emery was still there after what happened against Crystal Palace, where he threw his captain's armband off. He got stripped off the captaincy armband for Arsenal, and then which was given to Aubameyang. But it looks like with Arteta now coming in now managing Arsenal, he looks like he's just probably saved his career, definitely, by the looks of it. So, yes, I would say those players would definitely have to watch out for in particularly, because I think on Arsenal's day, they can cause teams a massive amount of problems, definitely, yes. So, but they do have a weakness in their spot, definitely, and that is they can be poor defensively, particularly at the back in the central partnership. I think that is definitely to be their most weakness. Like there's players like Mustafi who Arsenal fans just can't bear watching a lot of the time, even though they think he hasn't done that bad lately yet, to be honest. They've got like David Luiz, but is he the same player that he used to be? particularly, I don't think he is. I like Socrates, though. I think he's a decent centre-back partnership for them. Rob Holden, not bad when he can get games, because I know he has had a massive amount of injury problems as well. So, yeah, and I know left-back's been a bit of an issue as well. They did sign Kieran Tierney from Celtic in the summer, but he was ruled out with a shoulder injury. So, and I know you've also got Kolasinac who could play there, but I think he's had a bit of injury problems there as well. And they've also played the young Saka there, from what I've seen as well. So it is going to be a very interesting game, but I think the attacking areas for us is what we definitely have got to watch out for. So hopefully definitely from a defensive point of view, we've definitely got to be on our guard, definitely. I know Steve Bruce will definitely go with 3 at the back and the wing backs. Definitely said he's not planning to change the formation, because I think a lot of the players are comfortable with this position. I know a lot of Newcastle fans, including myself, are not a massively fan of this wing back system, definitely and particularly. But you're just thinking Steve Bruce is definitely going to go with our one. Who do you think might come in? I wouldn't mind seeing Danny Rose come in, playing against Arsenal. I know that might not please a lot of Arsenal fans, particularly because they've been a Spurs player. But we've got him on loan. And also another player, Nabil Bentaleb, former Spurs player as well. That they probably don't think, again, Arsenal fans probably do not maybe want to see him play as well. But I think Steve Bruce will definitely call maybe one of them, at least in particularly. So, yeah, because we've still got Giorgio Shelvey out as well. I'm not sure if he's going to be fit back for this weekend, definitely as well. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know, both Sean and Maddie played in the FA Cup game as well. So did Bentaleb, but I think Bentaleb hasn't done a bad job since coming into the squad. So it looks like, do you think, who could he be partnered with? It could be maybe Isaac Hayden, or could he maybe bring any of the Longstaffs back in particularly Sean, who had a great game against Oxford, who was playing a bit higher, more up the pitch. So do you think Steve Bruce could rotate the attacking options, go 2 up front, or do you think he will possibly go with the 3 up front like he has done in the Premier League? Well, again, we should just wait and see. But I'm expecting like Sir Joe Linton, Saint-Maximin and Almiron definitely to still be in the start lineup. Definitely, I think Saint-Maximin will be as well. So yes, and you never know if those two players, Almiron, Saint-Maximin, you never know. We could end up maybe causing Arsenal's and maybe a few problems, but again, we shall just have to wait and see what happens. But defensively, we've got to be on our guard, because I think the attacker-wise, I think they are definitely very good as well, in particularly. So now into the predicted lineup for what I think Steve Bruce might go with on Sunday against Arsenal. So start off in goal. You know who it's going to be. It's going to be Martin Dubravka, definitely. Didn't play in the Oxford away game in the replay, but I expect him to come back in the Premier League game against Arsenal. So that is my goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka. Going to go into the back 3, and I'm going to go with Federico Fernandez. I think he's done very well so far this season in the Premier League. Captain Jamal Lascelles, and also Kieran Clark as well. So that is who I think my back 3 is going to be. Going to go into the wing backs. I'm going to start off with DeAndre Yedlin. And on the other side, on the left side of the wing back, I'm actually going to throw in Danny Rose in there, just to maybe how he can see against his opposition rivalry. So I'm actually going to give Danny Rose a start for this game. And hopefully, let's see what he could do against Arsenal, because I know there'll be a lot of Arsenal fans who'll definitely not take a liking into him particularly. So, yeah, so that is my wing backs of Yedlin and Rose. Into the 2 centre midfielders, I'm going to start off with Nabil Bentaleb. I think he might continue again in that start lineup spot. Definitely, again, what I said before, Arsenal fans again probably would not take a massive liking to him as well, considering an ex-Spurs player as well. And alongside Bentaleb, I'm going to go with Isaac Hayden. And I think he's done very well this season so far. Steve Bruce has definitely saved his career because he wanted. There's rumours that Hayden could have been gone because of family reasons, that he probably wanted to leave after the last season finished. But Steve Bruce has come in, and it looks like he definitely wants to see him play more at this football club. So that's my two centre midfielders of Bentaleb and Hayden. Of course, into the attacking front three as well, what I think Steve Bruce will definitely go with. I'll go with Almiron, Alan Saint-Maximin, and Joe Linton. So that is why I think. So that is definitely my attacking front three of Miguel Almiron, Alan Saint-Maximin, and Joe Linton. Score prediction. Oh my word. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I'm going to have some hope. Hopefully, if we can test Arsenal's defence, because I know that is definitely one of the weakest points. You never know. We might end up coming away with the game with something. But we shall just wait and see what happens on Sunday. So let me know in the comment section, as always, how we're going this game, your predicted lineup, and your score prediction as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, a comment, as I've said. And if you haven't checked me out before, please make sure you do hit the subscribe button. Catch us all later. Take care of yourselves. Good to see the Premier League back this weekend.